Hey, welcome to my workflow demo. So in this video, I am going to demo the workflow for both stories and bugs, which happen to be the same. So that's really easy. Here's the create issue screen. I'd like to point out that these two fields, components and fixed versions, are going to be absolutely required, but you can fill them out later if you want. So I'll come back to this later. And you'll have all the normal fields that you normally have. We're not going to regulate that, except we're going to add an additional field. It's called verification required, and it's a simple checkbox. What this basically says is testing required for this issue to be considered done? So I'm going to say, yeah, I need testing for this issue. I'm going to create it, go to the issue, and now I come in as a Scrum Master or a Product Owner, and I say either, hey, yeah, I like this feature, let's work on it, or no, this is a waste of time, let's not do it. So for here, I'm going to say, yeah, let's work on it. I move it to to-do, and then I assign it to someone. So I'm going to assign this to Billy G. And so now I come in as Billy G, and I'm a developer. And I'm going to create a branch to develop on straight from the issue. And doing it this way has two major benefits. One, it generates a name for you automatically. It has the issue key and the issue name, which has great continuity, promotes the same branch naming conventions and all that. And two, most importantly, it creates an integration between Jira, the ticket itself, and all the development work that you do. So I'm in Bitbucket now, and I'm going to check out this branch in source tree. If you haven't used Bitbucket before, it's Git underneath the hood. It's all the same terminology, all the same syntax, and the benefits of using Bitbucket is, of course, the huge amount of interconnection it has with the other Atlassian tools. So I have this file pulled up already, and I'm going to change this. This guy's feeling too happy, and I'm not feeling that happy today. So I'm going to make him just one smiley. Go terminal, and I'm going to stage my changes and then commit. So when you commit, we ask that the first thing you have in your commit message is the issue key number. This allows even better integration between your development work and the Jira issue. And it allows for something called smart commits. So one example of a smart commit is #comment, and then you add your commit message. So what #comment will do is when you push it back, it'll add your commit message as a comment directly onto the issue itself, which is great, I think. So I'm pushing it back to Bitbucket, and when you do this, you'll have an RSA key or an SSH key set up so that you don't have to enter your password every time you push. Cool. So now let's go back to the issue itself and look at it. You'll notice there's a few changes. First of all, the status automatically moved to in progress. So whenever you create a branch, the status automatically goes to in progress. And then under the development tab, you'll see there's one commit and two branches. If we go in here, there's two branches. There's one for Fisheye Crucible, which is a code review tool, which I can go over in another video. And then there's another branch for Bitbucket Server, which is your source repo. These two branches are essentially the same. It just shows up as two so that you can do different work. So, and also we can see that the commit message showed up as a comment, which I really like. So let's say that I like the work I did. I'm going to create a pull request to merge it back into source code. So in the description, you obviously want to put a more thorough description. You can add reviewers to have them approve your pull request, and then you're going to create it. So now I come in as an admin of this repo or reviewer, and I check out the diff, and it's pretty good. Over here it'll have all the files that are changed, simple diff, and you can see all the commits that were made on this branch. And then so let's say I say, yeah, I like the changes you made. I'm gonna decide to merge it in. I'm gonna add a little message, and this tab right here, if you'll notice, it says delete source branch after merging. I highly recommend that you keep it checked because it'll keep your repo a lot cleaner. And also, just like Bitbucket, all your history is still maintained even if you delete the branch. So now it's merged. Let's come back here and we can see some changes again. We can see that the pull request is merged, and if we refresh, we can also see that the status moved to code complete automatically. And right now, it's building in Bamboo. So for those of you that don't know, Bitbucket as soon as it merges, a corresponding build plan in Bamboo will be kicked off to build your actual code to make sure it works. So that should pop up. Yeah, so here we go, the build's done. You can see that it passed. Yeah, so this is really nice, right? You integrate all this information into this one Jira ticket. You have your commits, you have your pull requests, and your builds, as well as your code reviews, which I haven't done here. Okay, so back to the workflow. Now we're at code complete. And you see this one button here, it says information needed. So if we click it, we see that it asks for the component and the fixed version. Now, if you filled out component and fixed version at an earlier stage, you won't even see this information needed button. Instead, you'll see the verify button, as well as, so if we come here and we uncheck verification required, then testing is not needed and you can skip verify and go straight to done. But in my case, I need testing, so I'm not going to allow people to skip to done. So I'm going to say, yeah, let's go into testing. So now it's in testing. I'm going to test the code and say that it either passed or failed. So let's say it passed. And either way, whether it passed or failed, it requires 3 things. 1, the test result. 2, who tested it. And 3, the version tested. So version tested, it's actually not a version picker. It's kind of like a label field. Because a lot of time V&V will test a version that's not in the actual project as a version. So I'm going to say it passed. And now we're done. This thing has been developed, it's been tested, it's all done. The only step left is to reopen it, and you can only reopen it as an admin. And I highly recommend you don't reopen it most of the time, unless you really, really need to for some reason. I'll just demonstrate it. If you reopen it, it takes you to do, and it clears the resolution. But the issue is the development stuff all stays around. So if you do further development on this ticket, it might get kind of messy. So that is the demo. Thank you for watching. If you have any concerns or questions, please feel free to let me know. Yeah, thank you.